Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace a print head in an iMage S. I've never touched an ST or an STE, but I would imagine that it's about the same process. Can't say for sure. By replacing the print head yourself, you could probably save, potentially depending on where you are located, around $2,000 just to get the tech out there. And then the print head's another $2,000. So pretty costly if you can't replace the print head yourself. The good thing is you'll be able to watch this whole entire video, pause, rewind, rewatch, whatever you need to, so you can feel confident to do it yourself. I feel like once you do it the first time, you'll actually see how doable it is and be happy you saved yourself quite a bit of money. But if you have the money to spend, then obviously just get a tech in, let them do it the right way, and no trouble. But if you don't have the money to spend, this might be the way to go. You can watch this video 100 times before you replace your print head to feel confident in doing it. Before you get started, you're obviously going to want to make sure that you have all the proper tools to do the job right. There's a good chance you have all these tools laying around your shop, but if you don't want to mess around, just grab them cheap off of Amazon. I put a link in the description below to each of the tools I used in this video. Okay, the first thing we're going to need to do is remove the pusher frame and move it away. Just pull out a little notch there. Next, we're going to need to bring the carousel and the print head all the way to you. Then we'll use the arrows on the machine to move the print head here to the middle. Then we will hit the black off button on the machine and the electricity disconnect under the machine. And now the print head will be free to move. The next step is to remove all of the casing around the print head. We've got to remove all of these little screws all around the print head. Next, I'm going to lay out all of my tools. I have a Allen wrench drill bit set. I have a bit holder that's an extender. I have needle nose pliers. I have some wire snips. Then I have a ratchet, a magnet, and I'm going to lay out an old rag underneath the print head to catch any ink. Next, I'm going to look for the correct drill bit size, the correct Allen wrench drill bit, which turned out to be 2.5 millimeter. And I'm going to connect my long bit holder to my ratchet and ratchet off all of the screws. You can probably speed this part up. We're just taking off a bunch of screws. We're going to take off two side panels. We're going to take off the top panel. It's kind of like a big cover. And then we're going to take off that front clear panel as well. It's just a bunch of removing screws and panels. Nothing difficult, nothing hard yet. Okay, front clear panel is off. We're going to close this valve. We're going to connect this valve and this valve together so that they don't leak once we take them apart. I'm going to use the needle nose pliers to undo this top part of this valve. I'm going to even use my fingers to undo this valve up top. I'm going to get these two valves and I'm going to connect them together. So I'm still untightening this bottom valve. This bottom valve is actually pretty kind of difficult to take off. You just gotta unloosen it, and then you really actually gotta lift up, like really gotta push up to pop it out of place. Took a little while. Looks like right there I popped it up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna connect these two just so they don't leak. Once connected, I will just move all of that off to the side out of my way. Okay, next I'm going to remove these two strips from this motherboard. You need to unclip the two sides and lift up. Probably be careful not to touch the motherboard as much as possible. So these little white things on the side click out. Click out. So four of them that need to click out. There comes one. There comes the other. This says odd goes on this side, on the right side. Even goes on the left side. It says that on the motherboard as well. So now I'm going to remove the printhead. 2.5 Allen wrench. So I'm going to unscrew the little screws that are holding in place the printhead, and when they become loose, I'm going to grab my magnet and use the magnet to pull them out of place. I believe there are four magnets and four screws holding, two in the front, two in the back. So we're just going to unscrew all four of them, front and back. Take a second. Okay, I'm going to grab the last screw from the back, and now my printhead is totally loose, and I'll be able to pull the printhead straight up with no screws holding it down. There's the printhead. Okay, once we take the printhead out, I'm just going to clean around this print plate because it's kind of dirty. I sped it up, but I literally took like 6 minutes just to clean all the old ink around it with some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, some water with a bunch of swabs. Just cleaned it as well as I could all around. So there you have it. Clean the whole printhead nice and clean before I put the new printhead in. Okay, now I'm going to clean up all my trash, make my area clear, and I'm going to get the new printhead and I'm going to open it up and I'm going to lay everything out, all the rings, all the wire tubes it comes with, just kind of lay it all out in front of me. So I'm going to look at the old printhead and I'm going to recreate all the tubes, all the valves, all the filters, all the O-rings. I'm going to recreate what was on the old printhead and its tubes. There's a bunch of cutoffs, a bunch of Ys. I just need to recreate what's on the old one, front and back, and do that with the new one. See, there's a cross right here with two little hoses. It's going to be the same in the back, across with 2 hoses. And then 2 hoses that connect to the filter. So let's go and do that. Looks like this is all the hose that we have, so we kind of want to be mindful of that and careful. Let's see. So we kind of just measure from the old one. So it looks like we're going to need 4 of these sizes. Snippets right here. Before I keep cutting, let me measure again. Looks about right. So I'm going to need 4 of these sizes on this new hose. Just 2. Three and 4. Now we have our 4 pieces for each side of the printhead. Another one for the going to the filter on this side. See if that's the same size. So almost like 5 of these. Maybe 6 with another one there. And the last one, the long one, start right here, long one. This is what we have left over. We'll save it because we might need it. So I'll put those in the back. On the printhead, let me see. There's a nub here and a nub here. You want to look to see inside of the plate what side that's going to go on. So it's not going to go this way. It's going to go, for me, it's going to go this way because the nubs are on this side. So we just want to make sure we have that correct and on the right side while we build this plumbing out. Probably don't want, be careful with the printhead obviously. So far there's kind of this piece, and those will go on the printhead. So boom, there's this piece, and that will go inside of the filter.